Comics Plus, what is going on? My name is Akasan. It is good to see you, the ass guardian of all time. I am back from my vacation just in time to do Loki. Pause. Well, gender fluid, so Sylvie. Yeah. Anyways, I'm here to do the reaction to the season finale of Loki. I'm very excited to be here. Very excited to be with you today. This is it. This is where it all ends. All shows, 6 episodes each. All shows are following this new format. I don't know. We're going to see. We have so much that needs to be wrapped up. They got to introduce the multiverse of magnitude. They got to talk about Doctor Strange. They got to set up for WandaVision. Then they got to set up for No Way Home. Loki, you got a lot on your plate here. I don't know if you can do this in 46 minutes. Tick tock, tick tock. No, I'm just kidding. They don't need to do any of that. But we will make sure we have a good time. I don't know what to expect, but I know it's got to be funky. Full reaction is available on Patreon. Make sure you check that out. It really does help the channel out. We have a lot. We just put up Black Widow. I rented out a studio in Okinawa so we could watch Black Widow for you guys, and we did it. It's up there right now. We, of course, The Flash, Superman and Lois, and we have a lot of other stuff. So please check that out. It goes a long way. Without further ado, it has been my pleasure to be burdened with glorious purpose of reacting. The season finale for Loki starts now. Give me that Marvel music. Or not. Wait!
You wouldn't have heard of me.
Let me put you on hold.
Dance off, bro. He's a friend from work. I can do this all day.
Yeah, I know. I'll show you ferocity.
Is this Loki related or just the brand new intro?
My dream.
We have fought for the right to experience peace.
Whoa! What is this? I just peed on myself a little bit. It was glorious. I swear, this is just another Loki. I will do absolutely nothing. Kang, a Loki, Mr. Fantastic's kid. Ah, fuck it!
Welcome to the Citadel at the end of time. He's
Harley Quinn is the big boss.
Who's impressed?
He who remains.
He who remains.
And who is he?
How would you like to win? But not just there. You can kill Thanos. You want the Infinity Gauntlet? Yours. Throne of Asgard? No problem. What about you, Missy? 2 Lokis in the same place.
Interesting panning.
Both of us. Together on the timeline.
It's crazy. But he could make it work.
That's an odd way of telling somebody to go fuck themselves.
This isn't what I asked for.
I know. But he thinks this'll be more useful.
Who?
Happy reading.
What? He who remains. Kang?
He who remains.
Yeah, that's
Not
what
for
I
much longer.
said. Nathan Richards? That sounded like a door elevator, though. Oh! It is Kang! Wait.
This is wild. It's a little unnatural, but wow. Wild.
He who remains.
He who remains. She's still calling me that? Creepy. Right. I like it. Don't tell me I'm a disappointment.
Just a little bit easier to kill.
Whoa. In sync.
Stand down, B-15.
You need to listen to me.
There'll be time for that.
Just wait.
What the hell is going on here?
Oh!
Renslayer.
What? Who are you? And what the hell are you doing in my school?
You've lost. We found you.
Duh. Swing of a miss. See?
Right.
It's a power trick.
No, we broke out of your little game. That's how we got here.
No. Wrong. Every step you took to get here, I paved the road. You just walked down it.
I'm a little mixed. I don't know what to think of this right now.
And do you think you're even capable of trusting anyone at all?
Free will? Only one person gets free will. The one in charge.
Wow. Wow.
Where are you gonna go?
In search of free will.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Just real quick note before this gets lost in thoughts. She's fine as hell, man. Marvel don't miss on the women casting, dude. They do not miss.
I've been dubbed many names by many people.
Right?
A ruler, a conqueror,
King the Conqueror.
he who remains.
He who remains, yeah.
Jerk. But it's not as simple as a name. Before the TVA, a variant of myself lived on Earth in the 31st century.
Okay.
For a while, there was peace. Narcissistic, self-congratulatory peace. I love your shoes. I love your hair. Oh, man. Nice nose. Thanks, man.
And then the timekeepers came along and saved us all.
No.
Now, once I isolated our timeline, all I have to do is manage the flow of time and prevent any further branches. Hence, the TVA.
pruning. Yeah.
Hence, the ages and ages of cosmic harmony.
Mickey Mouse. I just realized he's right behind Mickey Mouse. Disney is the overlord watching.
Just wait till you meet my
Other. Yeah.
You may hate the dictator, but something far worse is gonna fill that void if you depose him.
That's a good point.
Why would you give up being in control?
He's tired.
Buddy, I'm tired.
Yeah, I knew it. Yeah. It's almost like a Willy Wonka thing.
But it's not personal. It's practical.
It was personal to me.
Oh, grow up! Sylvie,
What?
murderer, hypocrite. I fibbed earlier when I said I know how everything is going to go. I knew everything up to a certain point, and that point was about. I'm being candid.
So that's it.
Huh?
That's it. This is what happens.
Reincarnation, baby.
No. It's just another lie.
Oh my god.
Another manipulation.
What are you doing?
I promise you from my heart, this isn't about a throne.
What was I thinking, trusting you? Why aren't we seeing this the same way?
Because you can't trust,
Ah.
and I can't
Like-
be trusted.
Like Miss Minute was saying. Yeah. Shit. I just want you.
want you to be okay.
That dude's just watching.
But I'm not you.
Oh no! Damn, you got that Evangelion kiss. And now it's time for you to die. So is this the beginning of the multiverse war? The new one? Multiverse of Madness?
No turning back now.
But someone is coming. Countless different versions of a very dangerous person, and they're all set on war. We need to prepare.
Take it easy. You're an analyst, right? What division are
What?
you from?
What are you talking about?
Who are you? What's your name?
Boots on the ground now, archives.
Who are you?
Oh. All right, folks, so there you have it. That's the season finale of Loki. We're popping off in the chat right now because that was it was a mix. It was definitely a mixed reaction for sure. I had a feeling it might go down this way just because of the way the story starts and the story ends. I think it could only end this way. And any sort of like Doctor Who, Back to the Future, Looper, any sort of sci-fi timeline sort of storytelling tends to have this kind of artistic up to interpretation. I'm not saying that's exactly what this show was doing, but it was kind of going to end very vague as to exactly what happened, where I felt like that might have been fine for like an episode beforehand, but I felt like it didn't really end strongly. And the ending sort of went with a very Planet of the Apes type of situation where history has been changed or things have been rewritten, right? But the sequence in how we got there was kind of a sputter. It was just like boom, like that, right? He Who Remains, we got this introduction to He Who Remains, who, you know, most Marvel fans will know eventually will become Kang or Kang the Conqueror, Nathan Richards, or whatever, right? And so to have that introduction into what we know, as most Marvel fans know, will eventually be in the third Ant-Man movie, right? To have that introduction in the Loki movie, and technically not him because Sylvie kills him, right? But to have somewhat of a character introduction that way, and to have this long sort of speech about policies, philosophy, timelines, things like that, right? It kind of went on for a long time, and everything was sort of explained exactly what. I guess that's kind of, in some sense, that's kind of a clever point, where he essentially gave away the end of the story in his exposition and explaining his job and what he's seen and how he's seen it all. We got exactly what he warned us what was going to happen, right? But it's just that execution and how he got to that point was kind of like meh. And yes, so people are going to say there's a season 2, so we don't have to worry, right? But I've never agreed to that sort of situation. I've never subscribed to that sort of thought process of like, okay, well, don't worry, there's season 2, so that'll explain it, right? No, I mean, I feel like any good story, any good season should have a very nice open and close sort of situation, leaving more to be desired in a season 2. But if you feel like season 1 never really closed completely, I've never been a big fan of that. And because, you know, things change, and as time goes on, if I'm somewhat disappointed with something, I may not come back. You know, we talk about it time and time again here with the CW type of writing. You know, if your shows are just not that good, if the season doesn't really end in a banger or where you're that interested, then you just may not even come back for the next season like that. I'm not saying that's the case with Loki. I think there's definitely still a strong situation of what will happen. But, you know, if you're going to do it, give us something to kind of talk about, you know, in comparing all, like, I would have to say when I'm comparing the Disney Plus shows in terms of just the Marvel stuff, this is definitely the weakest. For me personally, this is the weakest finale, just because of the fact that it didn't really have any sort of impact. Where WandaVision, we knew was going to be a one and done situation. It opened up things. We learned a lot about Wanda and Vision, and then things went off and happened. But it essentially ended the same way it started, with a better understanding of who WandaVision is, and of who Wanda is, and a growing character, and then that's that it's done. That side of the WandaVision world is done, and Wanda's gonna move on, and we can see what she does in the Multiverse of Madness. Falcon and the Winter Soldier becomes Captain America and the Winter Soldier. We saw personal development, we saw personal growth, right? With Loki, I think that growth was definitely there, but I also feel like, interesting enough, Loki, the one that we're sticking with, the main Tom Hiddleston one, was essentially took a back seat to other variants of Loki, which were more interesting actually. And then we still see him grow as a person, but we didn't really get that wrapped up nice conclusion. We got that Planet of the Apes-ish type ending, but now, you know, it alludes to like a season 2 of like, again, playing the guessing game. And that's maybe the little thing I didn't like about that. It's like when we start thinking about season 2, so now we're gonna have them running around being confused the entire time again. In some ways, I think I would have preferred the entire TVA getting destroyed, turning up, and we have this multiverse of madness, which, you know, leads into Doctor Strange, but the TVA is somewhat in shambles or something like that, and everybody's freed up, right? And then we see another version of He Who Remains come on in, or another variant of He Who Remains come in, and who might eventually be Kang the Conqueror, or whatever the case may be. Just something to be like, oh shit, like, oh, I can't wait for season 2. But this one was kind of just like, okay. So that's my initial reaction right now, as it stands, sitting right here, right now. That's my feeling, and how I felt about it was this final episode was just a kind of a sputter. And then it was a mental and philosophical gymnastics that Sylvie and Loki were doing, and while that was all really nice, it just kind of ended. Very similar to the Matrix as well, with the particular scene with Neo was talking to the timekeeper, or, you know, the KFC, the Colonel looking dude, and they had this long conversation. It's like, ooh, okay, you're kind of losing me here on the entire story, right? So, it's an interesting thing. There were definitely other pieces of it that I really enjoyed, though. The philosophy of the two different Lokis, are Sylvie and Loki, where, you know, you'll never trust me, and I'm a Loki who can never be trusted like that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I did warm up to He Who Remains though. In the beginning, I'm like, okay, this is really weird and awkward, or like, it's just a very awkward scene. But I guess it worked in the end. I guess. I don't know. Oh well. Oh well. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. So some people are saying this is a stronger for finale than WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier. Okay, you know, there you go. It's different strokes for different folks, and I completely agree as well that I think the next time the He Who Remains is going to be completely different. It's going to be a more serious one. The one version we saw is an older version that's kind of worn out. He's tired. He just doesn't care anymore. And he mentioned that. And I thought that was kind of nice as well. I think the one that we're going to see in Ant-Man is going to be very different. It'll be interesting to see which one's coming out first, season 2 of Loki or Ant-Man. Maybe the Multiverse of Madness is going to explain a few more things, and we'll have a better understanding going into the next thing. I don't know, but man, 6 episodes was not enough, honestly. I could, man, just 2 more episodes, a Christmas special or something, man. Like, man, oh well. Anyways, Red Nation, stand up, speak up. Let me know what you guys think. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on this, and join us tomorrow. By the time this comes out, probably the same day. So maybe nighttime, America time. So it's the 14th today for me as of this recording, and it's going to be the 15th tomorrow. Time travel, man. Join me on your guys' 14th, I guess. Later tonight. Join me later tonight, I guess. On Twitch, we're going to have a discussion about Loki and Black Widow as well. And you can just talk about what you I'm sure this is going to be somewhat of a controversial ending, because it's, you know, there's going to be people that feel really strongly about this not ending so strongly, or ending as they enjoyed it. So it's going to be a very mixed, and we're going to have a very healthy and pleasant discussion about it. So I hope you'll join me on Twitch as we'll talk about it. Okay? Love, peace, chicken grease. Keep your timeline safe, and we'll see you for season 2 of Loki.